How's it going, YouTube? I'm Ari and welcome to Blue Lion Finance, a channel solely dedicated to investing as well as my very own personal journey to amassing $100,000 within my Vanguard brokerage account. Now, as of today, that account is sitting at $75,051.53. It is up by $527.69 since my last video, with days worth of market volatility in between, but also a lot of momentum has certainly been built up, with last week my buys being Apple, Medtronic, and Realty Income, which is exactly what today's video is going to be all about. We're going to focus in on Realty Income. Why? Because as the market is feeling like this,
doing what you said, then you'll say we're not talking about this or this, we're talking about this.
you, my friends, will simply be able to kick back, relax, and understand that your investments in quality companies like Realty Income and just holding on to them for the long run will fare you very well come your financial future. So certainly a video you will not want to miss out on. I personally deem it one that is long overdue. Now, of course, just before we actually dive in, go ahead, tap on that thumbs up button for me, as it greatly helps me out in growing this channel and getting the word out there. Most importantly is for you to go ahead, tap on that subscribe button, because I would love to have you along for the journey with me. But I also want each and every one of you taking advantage of the One Hope Wines $50 gift card giveaway we have underway right now, in which one lucky winner is going to be able to pick out the wine of their choice and have it sent directly to them the moment this channel crosses the 1,000 subscriber mark. Now, YouTube, with all of that being said, let's dive right in. As already mentioned, today's video is all about Realty Income. That's ticker symbol O. Now, Realty Income is a stock that I've talked about time and time again in a multitude of my videos, and I've done so because, well, yes, I am a dividend investor, and Realty Income is a massive dividend paying company. It is an industry beast when it comes to the real estate industry. What I'm really wanting to talk about in today's video is the numbers behind this growth that they are experiencing and that they will be experiencing for years to come. Now, Realty Income, for those of you who do not know about it, is a REIT, so a real estate investment trust. It was founded back in 1969. Since its founding, has been doing an outstanding job growing a very well diversified portfolio, which, as you know, in real estate, it's all about location, location, location. And that is exactly what Realty Income has been able to double down on. They have over 6,700 different properties spanning across all 50 states, and have also begun to expand heavily in the United Kingdom as well as Puerto Rico. But it's more so their list of clientele that really gives me a lot of confidence when investing in Realty Income, because it's one thing to have a ton of properties, but it's also another thing to ensure that the tenants that are within those properties are also going to stick around for the duration of their lease. Now, commercial leases usually last 10 to 15 to 20 years, and depending on the clientele, you may see some of those clients go under. Talking about maybe like AMC and movie theaters may not be here in the next 2 to 5 to 10 years, but certainly Realty Income's clients like 7-Eleven, Walmart, Home Depot, Kroger, FedEx, Walgreens, and CVS will certainly be around for a long time to come. Now, Realty Income invests primarily in freestanding single-tenant properties, with a current portfolio occupancy rate sitting at 98.5%, which is just outstanding considering that we've come out of 2020 and we are still experiencing a state of flux, market volatility, and without a clue at how the Delta variant is actually going to impact us all. But Realty Income is pulling through. Now, while their stock share price certainly did take a hit in 2020, again, it goes back to not just having good properties, but ensuring you have fantastic tenants within all of them to keep those occupancy rates up. Now, for those of you out there not too familiar with all this real estate lingo, it's at least important for you to understand what exactly an occupancy rate is and why it is so incredibly important in the world of real estate. So hypothetically, congratulations, you just became a landlord of 4 properties. Yeah, 4 properties, you're the landlord. You were successfully able to secure 4 tenants within those 4 properties. The market is great, everything is going well, and in a perfect world that would happen time and time again. Well, everybody would be investing in real estate, but that is typically not what happens. A landlord of a lot of properties, so not just 4, but 10, 20, 30 properties, typically has a much harder time ensuring that all of their properties are not only leased, but all of their properties actually have tenants within them. Now, with those 4 properties, let's just say the market turns and one of those tenants leaves your properties. Now, you still have 3 out of the 4 occupied. That's still pretty good. 75% occupancy can still help pay for that one property that you do not have a tenant in any longer. But now let's just say the market gets really bad. I mean like 2020 bad. And 3 out of the 4 leave your property. So now you have only 25% occupancy. Well, now you're actually facing some trouble paying and keeping up with those 3 other properties. And if none of that quite does it for you, perhaps Realty Income making its way onto the Forbes America's 100 most trustworthy companies absolutely will. But hey, talk is cheap anyways, so let's go ahead and dive into some numbers, more specifically their latest earnings report, because I think you're gonna love what Realty Income has reported back to all of us. So according to their latest earnings report, Realty Income reported that they brought in $464.28 million, which is up by 11.97% year over year, bringing up their net income to $124.48 million, which is up roughly by $28 million just from Q1 alone. Now we have to ask ourselves, where exactly is all of this money going? And my favorite answer is because we are investing in a REIT. A REIT by law has to pay out 90% of their net earnings to their shareholders. So congratulations, if we are investing in a REIT like Realty Income, most of this money is going back into the investor's pocket, which allows me to feel exactly as if I am the actual landlord to Realty Income's properties. Now, of course, Realty Income still has to actually continue to grow their portfolio, so they took $1.13 billion and invested it into 156 properties and new developments, which is certainly a great sign of growth. Now, they have been placing a heavy emphasis on continuing to expand within the United Kingdom. So talk about great diversification. Once again, Realty Income is leading the industry, expanding right outside the US borders. And when it comes to the most recent news regarding Realty Income, shareholders of their REIT have now approved officially the merger with Realty Income. That is fantastic news for Realty Income and their REIT shareholders, because Realty Income now just acquired 3,885 properties worth of their REIT's properties. Now, their REIT's REIT had very similar properties as well as almost the same clientele as Realty Income, so they are almost one of the same. It is a fantastic merger which should certainly help Realty Income's stock share price continue to rise within the next 6 months to a year. Now, in talking about that stock share price, let's go ahead and pull up Realty Income to find Realty Income currently trading between $70, $71 per share. But as mentioned, there is plenty of room to grow. So analysts are expecting that Realty Income's stock share price will bump up to a median share price of $77 per share and a high potential share price of $86 per share. A lot of room left to grow for years to come. But even if nothing happens for quite some time in regards to Realty Income, an investor can certainly jump in and take advantage of Realty Income's dividend. They have been paying out dividends for over 25 consecutive years, increasing that dividend year over year. So right now, yes, they are a dividend aristocrat and they have a dividend yield of 4%. That is right in the sweet spot of what a dividend investor should be looking for. So certainly Realty Income will remain within my portfolio. As of right now, I have 52 total shares of Realty Income, and I am only looking to continue to increase my share count, with my next big milestone of Realty Income being at 100 shares within my portfolio. And I'm certainly buying in, dollar cost averaging my way into growing that position every single week. However, I will certainly leave you with this. I am by no means a financial advisor, so definitely, if you're interested in Realty Income, if this video has given you something new to think about, go ahead and do your own due diligence prior to investing. After all, I'm just a random YouTuber here ranting on and on about Realty Income. So make sure you do your homework on it before investing. Of course, if you liked what you heard, you learned something new, hey, you just love Realty Income, drop comments below, let me know your thoughts. And just before we close out, go ahead, smash that thumbs up button, as it certainly helps me out in growing the Blue Lion Finance channel. And most importantly, make sure you go ahead, tap on that subscribe button. I want you along this journey with me. And now YouTube, until the next video, I will see you all there.